Plus Cold Cheetah Championship. Bill O'Neill up by 22 right now on Jeff Roche. It's been a very interesting match so far. Head to PBA.com and check out the PBA's online store for all of your holiday shopping needs. Officially licensed PBA merchandise includes t-shirts and polos, as well as hats, hoodies, outerwear, and other items. Simply click on the Shop tab at PBA.com to view all the available items. Roche has been his worst own enemy here.
Well, nerves make professional bowlers on television do strange things, and he's missed not one but two 10 pins, and he missed the bucket with the 7-pin in the first frame. He had an opportunity to get back in this after Bill O'Neill 4-9 in the fourth, but right now it's going to be a pretty tall order for him to get even close to Bill O'Neill, in my opinion. O'Neill
up now in his sixth, working on a strike. Open before that. There's the spot he wanted. The Geico World Series of Bowling kicked off last week with the 2012 World Bowling Tour Men's Finals, where Chris Barnes defeated the man he lost to in the USBC Masters earlier this year, Mike Fagan. Barnes then moved on to take down defending WBT champion Mika Koivu-Niemi in an extremely compelling championship match. A big victory for Barnes, the one player that Bill O'Neill says has helped him the most in his pro career.
The most influential person to me in bowling at this point, I would have to say, is Chris Barnes. He's someone that's helped me out tremendously out here. Just showing me the ropes a little bit, and just showing me the tricks to certain patterns, and being able to bowl with him in Team USA events. Just getting to see the way he looks at patterns has helped me out a lot.
Let's go. Well, O'Neill's look today appears to be just fine here at the Alka Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship, up by 32 and working on a double here at the top of the seventh. As Bill gets that 10-pin to fly.
This is a serious messenger. Headpin goes to the sidewall and comes across and just absolutely knocks the 10-pin out.
No doubt about that one. O'Neill finding his way finally here in the middle of this semifinal match against Jeff Roche. And Roche bringing it as well.
Nice shot there.
He's got 8 runner-up finishes in PBA regional events.
Nice guy. Enjoyed talking with him the other day, and when we did our interviews, and just a very pleasant man. But first time on television, it's really tough to. It's just so hard. Every phase of the game out here on tour is just completely different. As you see, it very unique in that it doesn't even look like he looks down to see where he's putting his feet.
Oh, leaves a big split after a double.
Well, what I was going to comment on was the fact that, qualifying is one thing, then you get to match play, that's a completely different animal. Then you get to television, then trying to win on television. It's a process.
What was your first score on television? Do you remember?
Well, my first ever TV appearance was a doubles tournament, so that doesn't count. My first ever singles show, I shot 153.
Well, he was going for them both, and why not at this point? And he missed both. Another open frame for Roche. Tough to watch Roche here having such a hard time, especially when you see what he did in qualifying. As we mentioned, he opened up there with a 300 game and really never looked back. Roche was solid all the way through the 14 games of qualifying, averaging just under 250. The 34-year-old obviously has game, but because of what we're guessing is nerves, well, we're not seeing that game here today. O'Neill already with a win in the opening match against third-seeded Chris Loschetter. It was amazing how big the scores were. he pumps his score up here even more. As Kimberly reported earlier, this is the only All-USA stepladder final here at this year's Geico World Series of Bowling. 4 more titles after this one up for grabs, and in each of those finals are players from countries outside of the United States.
And I think last year was huge for professional bowling internationally, because I think the rest of the players around the world saw what the international players did and the dominance that they had. And I think it encouraged a lot more players from around the world to come out.
Oh, what a heavy ball that looked like coming through. There are the flags of all the countries participating in the Geico World Series of Bowling this year. And just to the left of the American flag there are the blue and white colors of Finland, the home country to Mika Koivuniemi, the number 3 seed at next week's PBA Viper Championship. Joining him in the stepladder finals will be Masters champion Mike Fagan, current PBA Player of the Year Sean Rash, and the number 1 seed 2008 Viper champion Brad Angelo. The 2012 PBA Viper Championships next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Back to action now, Jeff Roche. We're starting to figure things out here. Now, Jeff Roche just collecting experience at this point, as he will not be able to beat Bill O'Neill, but now maybe he can try to relax, soak in the atmosphere, make this, instead of becoming an awkward experience, make it becoming just part of the resume. He's found his way seemingly here, and he can build on this in the future. And the next time he is here, I'm sure it's going to be a much stronger performance for Jeff Roche. From Dearborn, Michigan, 34-year-old. You look at his style, surprised a lot of people that he made it this far, but he brought his A game this week, and he finishes strong so far. 2 in the 10th. Looking at a 178 maximum. And he leaves the 10 pin. Jeff Roche with a red letter day in his career with his TV finals, but it is Bill O'Neill who will move through to take on top-seeded Mike Wolf, warming up on the side when we come back to the Alka Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship.